Nigeria 3, Tunisia 2. What the hell was that game, man?
The substitution that the manager did, it wasn't the substitution to pack the bus, but it was the wrong decision. It was the wrong substitution. Like, I've never seen that kind of substitution before, where you're leading a game comfortably at 3-0 or 3-1, and then you
3-0.
substitute the most hardworking midfielder in the team for a winger. Like, it was so strange. What were you doing? What were you doing? One of the things we were doing so well that made the game so easy for us was that we're pressing. Our pressing was good. Our counter pressing was good. We lose the ball and we just rush you to get the ball back. And one of the players who does that brilliantly was Frank Onyeka. And then
Mm.
you take him off. If you're taking him off, you bring in another midfielder, to freshen things up. But you're
Another
not
engine.
bringing wingers. You have the likes of Onyedika, but you're not bringing wingers. So the midfield, the midfield that was supposed to be three, we now have two midfielders struggling to cope with the pressure what Tunisia were coming with. So, like, what was that? Like, a game that was supposed to be a very beautiful game. This was probably one of the best game we've seen Nigeria play in a very long time.
In a long time.
Even without, let's not even talk about the
I'm
results.
smiling. I'm
The game
smiling
was
because of this.
beautiful.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're not just hanging in there. I don't want to tell you what happened to me around the 94th minute because something bad almost happened. I've been. I don't know if I should say this on camera, but let me just let it out because I'm angry.
Let
For
it
someone who
all
was
work out.
urgent, I had to scream and something bad almost happened.
Oi!
But thank God,
You nearly
I
tear the net.
escaped it. So it was that bad. It was that bad.
Handy.
But all the same, we'll
Yeah.
take the 3 pointer and move to the next round.
Okay. He's talked about
Yeah.
the substitutions.
Yeah.
For you, what went wrong in that game?
First of all, I would say that Nigeria had a brilliant first half. Honestly, the way the game was going in the first half, I saw it that Nigeria could actually put like 3 or 4 past the Tunisians if they were more clinical.
Mm.
The secondly, I was like, this is too good to be true. If they are playing this amazing football, what happened against Congo? I just kept
Mm.
going back. But in the second half, I would say the very first real chance that Tunisia hooked up was when the referee actually had a very big call that he made a mistake when Ndidi had made the tackle and they had a ball, they had an advantage that the left should have allowed the game to play on. And if that would have happened, I think Mwabali could probably have been sent off.
Yeah, but
You
but the
know,
ref
but
the ref had blown the whistle by then.
exactly.
Already,
But
yeah.
my point is that was a bad call because he should have allowed the game to flow before calling back on that. So I would say that was probably the reason why even the penalty, which I think, in my opinion, was a bad call too, that I would say, well, the ref had to be fair to the Tunisians because I think we would not only have probably conceded, but would have probably had like a man down from the 65th or 60th minute if that had happened. So, but I would say, the substitution, like Eva Sam rightly mentioned, was a very bad call from the coach. Taking out Franco Onyeka, who, in my opinion, was Nigeria's most hardworking player and very important in the counter press, like fair play, Mr. Fair Play rightly mentioned, So it was a no-brainer. Like it was confusing why he was taking out Frank Onyeka, and you could see that Iwobi and Ndidi had already, used up almost all of their gas. And they were
Exactly.
really struggling. They needed another midfielder, to support them. But instead, we had Moses Simon. When you're winning and leading comfortably, that
And
was very not
you know what?
necessary.
He had brought on Moses Simon and Chidera Ijuke. No problems with that. The only problem was you could tell that on that right side, Ejuke was struggling. And we know, Mr. Fairplay, I've told you this before. I
He's not
don't know.
strong. He's not physically
Ejuke
strong
is a
enough.
very technical player. In my
Yeah.
opinion, Ejuke should be playing at the center of the pitch, in the middle, behind the striker. He's a central player. I don't see him as a winger because he lacks that, doesn't have enough physical attribute. This is not me criticizing him. This is just me speaking about the sort of attribute and abilities he's got. He's more
Yeah.
suited for maybe an attacking midfield role, kind of
Like the
like
position that Lukman played in.
exactly, but not
Yeah.
he's not an out and out winger.
Because he doesn't
He
really
was
have the
struggling.
physicality, and even the pace is not really
It's not.
the
No,
best. Yeah,
he's not
so
pacey.
he's
He's
not
not
extremely
pacey.
fast. Yes, but
And he's not
and
explosive.
he's not explosive, but he's technically gifted. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
his skills and his talent could be used in a
He
better
should
position on the pitch.
he should be an 8 or a 10. That's
But
my
you know what?
opinion.
I'm not here to criticize Nigeria. I'm not here to talk about how we almost slipped up. I'm here to say kudos to the Nigerian team. Kudos to Eric Shelley. We delivered the win.
And I just hope the players are fit and there's no serious injury for next game. Thank God we have qualified for the next round so we can have a breather in the next game, which we're playing against Uganda. It will be an
So they can
important game
rotate the
for
team.
them, but
Yeah, they can
we can
rotate
rotate,
some of the player.
give Osimhen a rest. The likes of
Give
Ebene
Iwobi a
a rest.
rest.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
would say this, I have to give kudos to Iwobi because
Man,
I have been so impressed by every single pass he has made in this
seriously,
tournament. His
seriously.
vertical passes have been mind blowing. I keep seeing him giving in crazy vertical
It's
passes
like a
in
ruler.
between, exactly in between the defenders. And
Uh,
it's kind of like him and Lukman, they have this connection where Lukman
Understanding,
is
yeah.
always ready for those vertical passes. I would say this.
You,
This is the best game Nigeria has played this year. So it
before
wasn't
I think a few weeks ago when we had this conversation about what we should rely on, like I said, it was the attack I wanted us to rely on because I know we have issues in the defense, and what can bail us out is our attackers scoring goals. If we score goals, like I mean, if we didn't score 3 goals today, and the game was 1-1, 0-0, whatever, what happened in that last 10, 15 minutes would have been an issue. And what I saw from the team, especially in the first 60 minutes, the combination, the unity amongst the attackers was just something I've never seen for a very long time. I saw Osimhen
about
creating for Lukman. I saw
Cohesion.
Lukman creating for Osimhen. I
for
saw Akko
Adams.
creating. Like
From the first half,
nobody
Oh,
he was
else.
pulling
that's
those
another guy. You
crosses.
know,
Those
Like it was just
I had a
brilliant.
conversation with you this morning about how Nigeria should play, and I told you I said I would love to see Onyeka in the team, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a doubt about Akko and Osimhen, and my reason
Mm,
was that I felt Akko didn't do too much in terms of creating and in terms of pressing, but
mm.
today he
Yeah,
created.
it
he
Today
was it
created
was
he
it. Mm.
beautiful
played
to
he
watch.
Those
played like a
crosses
second
were
striker
beautiful.
today. He didn't
It
play like
was
a
beautiful
nine.
to
He
watch.
played like a
It,
second striker today.
and kudos to Eric Chell. In the first game against Tanzania, Osimhen played on the right of the attack. Akko played on the left, and I think Tanzania, one of their tactics was to force Osimhen wide. Almost all the balls Osimhen got, he got them outside, so he could
Yeah.
not really. Most of those shots could not. But in today's game, especially in the first half, Osimhen was in the left, was on the left hand side. Akko was on the right, creating for him. So
Yeah.
a whole lot of good things happened in the game.
There was
That was
movement.
why I just got really, really angry with the last 10 minutes because we had a nearly Eric Chell masterclass. It was a good thing. And then he
Yeah.
just
Disaster class, you
almost ruined
mean?
everything.
Disaster. That's why I was laughing. I mean, a disaster class because from a master class, it almost became a disaster
It
class.
almost became a disaster class. Like
And
seriously.
But
It was
he was pissed. And I think Andy, I agree with you. We are not here to criticize the boys, but what I will say is this:
mm,
game management,
it's key.
even without
yeah,
listening to instructions from your coach, game
yeah.
management. The only player I saw try to do that was Iwobi and Ndidi. There were times where some of the players wanted to keep going to attack.
Keep going. Yeah.
They'd be like,
Make runs.
keep it
Yeah.
down. Let's
Yeah.
try, pass it around, win fouls. You get. And one player who I have criticized for a long time, today, I was so surprised with the way he played. Bruno Nyemachi. He played like a
Yes,
proper left
Yeah.
back today.
he was a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zaido has
Yeah.
been good, no doubt,
And I
but I
and
would
I
say
and I
Bruno
liked
was
the
very
way he
impressive. His pullouts too were
was
good.
showing some emotion, like that determination to win.
Yeah,
I like what I saw towards the end, some clearance here and there, shouting, and that's like reminding everybody that you have to be alive.
you have
You
to
didn't
give
miss this one and all of
100%
that. It
at
was it
every
was a good
time.
thing.
All right,
It
Yeah.
big
was a good thing.
question. Can Nigeria win this AFCON based on what you have seen so far?
Well, for me, I won't judge from what I've seen. What I have to say is that they own Nigerians the AFCON. We went all the way last time and we fell short in the finals. So I think we can cross the finish line and deliver the AFCON, to kind of like just compensate for not getting that walk-up ticket.
Ogana, your
So
father property, they own
no,
Nigeria. They own
but
Nigeria.
but the point is,
they
the
own,
point is, the point is, we've been there. We're the
uh,
African giants, and like the fact that we went close last time.
yeah.
And honestly, if you want to be honest, this match was an improvement on the first game. So I
Yeah,
feel like they will grow into the tournament and they can just see it all the way. Because guess what? There's actually no small team in the tournament. And when you look at the matches so far that have been going on, like the one against the Senegal's match against Congo, you'd see that
Morocco,
anybody is
Mali.
beatable. Exactly. Morocco, Mali. So I think Nigeria has actually been one of the most impressive teams so far in the tournament.
yeah.
So we
I, I
can
think
actually
I
go all
think
the way.
I think we have what it takes, especially from midfield to attack. But the defense still worry me.
It does.
And unfortunately, we have
A goalkeeper.
a goalkeeper that I don't want to really say too many things about the goalkeeper
Not
because there's
today.
really nothing to talk about. We've been talking about this same thing about the goalkeeper for a very long time. And when you think, oh, okay, finally we've outgrown that, he comes up again and shows you that he was still there.
I've
So
got something to say.
in a
Also,
tournament like this,
I think Uzoho deserves to start in the third match.
I can't like
Since we've
you
qualified.
don't.
You see that goalkeeping position is so delicate that you just can't change it like that, especially for someone like Uzo who has a big question mark too over his head.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We've
Mentally,
already qualified, right? There's really
Yeah,
oh, okay,
like there's
okay,
no
for the
way.
next
Yeah,
game, for the
for the
next
the
next
game,
next
game,
game,
that's what I
okay.
yes,
mean.
yes, yes.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
the next game, I'll give Wambale a rest and just let Uzo play.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
because I don't want him accumulating yellow cards
for
even
Wambale,
that could cost him, later on in the tournament.
yeah,
True, true,
Yeah.
apart
true.
from building a reputation of being hot-headed, which in my head sometimes I think, okay, almost all goalkeepers are hot-headed. I would say I believe he's got communication problems. There have been a lot of times where the ball will come and he doesn't seem
Especially
to be
area
in sync
balls.
with the defenders.
Exactly.
The
I
defenders are
saw that
clearing
as
the
well.
ball when he's going for the ball, or maybe they are waiting for him to come for the ball and he's not coming for the ball. Area balls are a problem, and with area ball handy, you're a goalkeeper, you communicate.
You
You,
have to
you,
always
you communicate.
communicate.
So I don't understand
The
what's
local
happening.
language, we know we say
I,
say,
I,
Say,
I,
say,
say.
I
say,
want to I
say.
want to say I don't even want to say he's hot headed. I won't really say the word that is in my mind, but I don't want to attribute that thing to what he does to hot head. You see players like Gattuso. Now
Mm.
those kind of people they say they get hot head
Okay, so what is
because
Wambali? What is Wambali's problem?
no, I won't say it. Don't
Is
worry.
it village problem? if it's
If you
if
get hot head, then person go see and no see you get hot head. I mean, you go see for some kind players. You go see
so
Ramos,
so
you go
so
see
now
that
so
you
now
go know it to be hot head.
so now until you
But
slap referee, now you gonna say get outed.
Honestly, personally, I think I've, complained a lot about Moabali, and, I just think that the penalty shootout against Congo, I would say, like he did his job, he almost helped Nigeria get the ticket. But,
yeah,
moving forward, I think the coach really needs to address that because if you observe
yep,
when Nigeria scored the
yep.
third goal, Moabali ran towards Eric Shelley, and I don't know the conversation that they had, but it was just right after he made that tackle that could easily have cost, Nigeria
should I tell
this
you the
game.
conversation? Ah, coach, this match too easy. More gives more controversy now. You know, saying a bad news they sell.
Do you know that when Osimhen scored, that's whatever communication he was having with the Tunisian coach
that
that
was wrong.
yeah. Do you know that Mwabali also ran to that place and showed the referee somehow? Like
Oh, is that
what goes through?
and that's not hot headed for you?
It's not.
It's
It's
way
not.
worse. I think
It's way worse. That's not
he's
hot.
trying to make
See,
a point that it's way
like
worse
I
than being
said, there
hot
are
headed.
players that are
He's actually
hot-headed and they use
he's
it to their advantage.
This
Rooney
one is
was
just
hot-headed. Like when Rooney was something else, he will use it to his advantage.
yeah,
Osimhen sometimes uses that hot-headedness because there's a way you tackle him.
an
He will get
aggression.
angry and tell you that okay, I'm coming for you.
Yeah,
Like you will use it to your advantage. But
as
I don't think
motivation.
but what Nwabali does is just
Nigeria
something
saw
completely
Nwabali
different.
hold two players.
I've
That's
never
when I
seen that
knew,
kind
you
of
know,
thing before.
I knew this guy
So
had a
it's
knock losing in
Are
his
we
head.
saying
tough.
are we saying Wambale needs therapy? Or he
I
needs
personally think
or
he
he needs to go
does.
to Mountain of Fire?
Nigeria man, they do therapy.
The therapy is Mountain of Fire, and that's what I'm saying. Kabosh, kabash on his head. Anyhow, big love to the Chief Wambali.
Yeah.
We wish them well. It's not easy, sometimes for us to just sit behind our cameras and just speak about these guys, man. It's different out there. When they are there in the heat of
Actually,
the moment, it's very difficult. But of course, we are fans and we have to speak from where we are and give them
always
some
from a place of love.
constructive criticisms.
Criticism,
And
yeah.
sometimes if they deserve any bashing, we give it to them
Mm-hmm.
because we are also invested.
And also, when they
We are also
deserve the
invested.
praises too, we have
Yeah.
to give it to them.
But
Yes,
please,
Like,
yeah.
please,
kudos to Lookman, kudos to Iwobi.
yeah.
Exactly.
Give Lookman his flowers. I think
Mm.
he's fast becoming Mr. AFCON in the
Mr.
past two
Afcon,
Is
tournaments.
seriously. Mr.
is
Afcon.
is. I'm just cleaning my tears.
Are you crying for
My
Nigeria?
no, where's Cape Verde?
You know, yeah.
Capo
They are
Verde.
somewhere, they are on their way to the US
Where are the
Well,
girls? I
yeah,
mean, sorry.
to prepare for the World Cup.
Where's the team?
the
I
team
can't.
will be
The girls are
there
working on
since
their
Nigeria is not going to
visas
be there
and
for the
stuff
World
like
Cup.
that.
So yeah, we need to, they're cooking. They're in the kitchen. They're cooking
Mm.
for something for us in the World Cup. So
Mm-hmm.
So we finally have a team to support in the World Cup, right? We
definitely,
all
yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
We're all Cape
Cape Verde.
Verdeans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Now to go back at white bleach. Okay, no shaking, guys. Let's see how things go, man. Let's see how things go. I wish Nigeria all the best and everybody stays fit. We
Yeah.
really need to try and win. Like Andy said, you guys, you owe us this AFCON because it's our
So,
father's right, it's our birthright.
apart right now, our birthrights, you guys give us the fourth.
Please. Okay. Please make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe, guys. I need to edit this thing and put it out today and get some sleep. See you guys later, man.
Peace out, my brothers.
Yeah.
All right. Adios.